Welcome, my friends. It is summertime and the living, well, it's in quarantine. But besides that, it's time to go out to the pool if you have one by you, or fill up the pool, or dive into the river. But be careful because you may run across Ouija Shark. Yes, Ouija Shark is the film we're reviewing today. And the story brought to us by writer David A. Lloyd and director Brett Kelly is a young woman goes to the beach waiting for her friends because they're getting together for a woman's weekend, just a girls' a day of having fun in the sun. And well, she's the only one there. And while she's there, she runs across a Ouija board that gets washed up on shore, and she takes it with her. Well, once she finally meets up with her friends and things are getting wild, and we're trying to figure out what to do, they decide to play with the Ouija board. And we know how that never turns out well at parties. And here it doesn't turn out well because they end up releasing the shark spirit that's trapped in the Ouija board. Stay with me, folks. And we see how this ghost Ouija shark goes after her friends one by one. And we see how she, along with her father, who investigates paranormal phenomenon, try to figure out how to stop the Ouija shark before he makes an entire smorgasbord out of all of her friends and the neighbors nearby. Yeah, there you have it, folks. This is a micro-budget indie horror film that's not taking itself too seriously, and thank God for that. I am very happy for that because I was worried about it going into it at first, going, okay, how serious are they taking this? But they're not. It's a comedic horror film that tongue is firmly planted in the cheek, and it's silly. The shark is, I love the ghost shark. The Ouija shark, once he appears, is not the most high-end special effect, but mad props for getting creative with working with what they had. I mean, it does work the way they use the camera angles in that. I was smiling every time the shark was on screen. So, they accomplished that there with some entertainment value. Now, all of the actresses involved in this do very well. They know what type of film they're in. They play it up just a little. They're having a lot of fun, you can tell, on set. And yeah, the script isn't the most solid. I mean, we've got a character who eventually, early in the film meets up with a guy to help wash his car, and she disappears for most of the film, only to come back later as things really get sharky and that shark goes on his rampage. Things do get bloody in here. There's some practical gore effects in here and great makeup effects as well. I thought those were handled really well for the film, for the budget that you can tell that they're working on. It really gets a bit hokey in the third act with the shark, the spirit of the shark and her dad, and I loved that part too. I found that highly amusing. The shark deaths, while they're not very creative, are also made me chuckle. While it takes a little while to get going, and you can tell there are some scenes in here where it's just padding, the editing back and forth with the scenes I thought was well done, in that it kept things moving even in the slower parts. But there are parts in here that you can tell are padding. But there is enough scenes in here that I found entertaining that if you're a fan of micro-budget shark horror films, you're going to want to check this one out, if nothing else for having a good laugh, which there were a number of those for me while I watched this film. It is amusing, and I think it's worth your time as long as you're a fan of these type of films. If you're looking for a higher budgeted, more serious shark horror type film, well, Ouija Shark's not going to be your thing. So there you have it, folks. If you do see Ouija Shark, please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts on this rather amusing indie horror film. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Would love to get some support on our Patreon as well. The more we can get support there, the more we can do. Thank you for your support and for watching. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.